Alright, here's me and the dogs. The two that I have left. October 10th, 2019, my covert narcissist husband, for the third time, is holding me to the ground. He's 250 pounds, 42 years old. I'm 110 pounds sopping wet, and I'm 56. I got a pacemaker and a history of trauma. And he's holding me down on the ground, face down, and I'm panicked. And I'm like, let me up, let me up, let me up. And he yells at the neighbors, call 911. Says I'm suicidal. I'm trying to burn myself with gasoline. Just bullshit. The police show up. He stands up. One puts his knee on my back, holds me to the ground for a half an hour. I can't breathe. I'm panicking. You know, I have a history of rape, sexual assault, childhood sexual trauma, and I panic when I'm held down. And I'm going, please, please, God, just, you got me handcuffed with my hands behind my back. I mean, look at my head. I got a bruise there, I got a fat lip. This is one of my shoulders right here. I got a pacemaker right there. There's my other shoulder. You should see my elbows, my knees, but I'm spending the night in the car because there's no way I'm going back there. Anyway, I'm saying, hey, I'm no threat. I'm not a danger to myself. I'm not a danger to you. You two big young guys, you got my arms handcuffed, and you're holding me down, and I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Just turn me over on my back. So let me sit up so I can breathe. Please, please. They're going, if you can scream, you're breathing. So if I was in trauma, if I was having a hard life and feeling suicidal, what'd they just do? Did they help me? No. They fucking brutalized me. Both my knees, both my hips, my back. They held me for a half an hour. A half an hour. 2 fire department guys show up. They just sat there and watched. My husband never told them, hey, lean up on her. Jesus Christ, she's screaming. She's panicked. And in the meantime, the only thing I care about are my dogs and myself, and my Yorkie runs away, which nobody tells me. So they take me to the hospital. Finally, the ambulance shows up, thank God. And the ambulance guy did say that, he saw what they did to me. He saw my elbows. I mean, my elbows were already black and blue. After a half an hour of this, I just wanted to breathe. They take me to the hospital. They hose me down, cut off my clothes, hose me down, throw me in a back hallway with a yellow robe. Mental health patient. This is St. Francis Hospital in Federal Way. I used to work there. They had a mental health unit. It was a fabulous place. We helped so many people. We had great counselors, and it was just a great program. And they closed the mental health unit down. Apparently not enough money. A woman came in 4-point restraints, and she's going, hello, help, help, help. Everybody, all the staff ignored her. They just kept playing at their computers, walking by, giggling and laughing. And the doctor finally comes up to her and he goes, what do you want? And she goes, I want some respect. And he goes, no. Federal Way, Washington, St. Francis Hospital. I was disgusted. I kept repeating, you know what? I need to make a call about my dogs. My dogs hate him. They hate my husband. He scares them. Please, just let me call my advocate. And they refused to let me make a call. I said, you know what? I got rights. I do not have to stay here. I have a copy of the police report. It says I'm not being detained. There is not an arrestable offense. There was no reason for them to attack me like I was a criminal. I've set my foot outside the door. They're calling a code gray. They couldn't wait to throw me into 4-point restraints. I said, are you guys going to document all the bruising that I have from the police? Yeah, we'll write it down. I said, why don't you take pictures of it? No, we're not going to do that. And the doctor the rest of the night wouldn't talk to me. The social worker waited until the end of her shift to come and talk to me. My blood alcohol level was a 1.0, I think. Legal is like what? It's 0.02 over the legal limit for driving. Not for living, for driving. You gotta wait till your alcohol level comes down. That's what the nurse said. Her name was Amy. She was a total bitch. And then I just sucked it up and I said, listen, I apologize for speaking up for myself. I apologize for demanding my rights. Could you please get me my Klonopin? I take Klonopin for anxiety and panic. I was in there panicking. I didn't know where my dogs were. My husband shows up the next morning. The MHP is still not there. The social worker finally comes in. She's just this rude, awful woman. What was her name? Was it Shelly? I don't know. I'll post that. Awful. Just a bitch. Well, I'm getting conflicting stories. My husband had been calling them drunk off his ass all night going, oh, you need to keep her. You need to keep her in there. She's a danger to herself. Keep her detained. Keep her locked up. Why? I said repeatedly, I'm not going to hurt myself. I'm not going to hurt anybody else. There's my Chopper and my Misty. Anyway, Monkey's missing. So they refuse to let me make any calls. MHP finally shows up. I talk with her. I tell her the situation. We talk for 20 minutes. She goes, I'm letting you go. I'm not detaining you. You're not detainable. She said this is clearly a sign of abuse, narcissistic abuse. Third time, he's called 911 trying to smear me and say that I'm suicidal. I work as a counselor. Well, I did. Anyway, she lets me go. He's outside. He sat there all day trying to get me locked up, trying to get me detained on a 72-hour hold that was non-detainable. So he was pretty disappointed when I came out. He was driving me home. He's like, oh, do you want to stop and get something to eat, honey? I said, no, I just want to see my dogs. I just want to see my dogs. Just get me home to my dogs. About to put the key in the door, and he goes, oh, by the way, Monkey ran away. What the fuck? I walk in the house. My other two dogs are scared. They're hiding under my bed. And my Yorkie, my little scared old man Yorkie, ran away. So I spent the night I made Facebook posts. I got on the Humane Society. I made all the calls I could make. I did everything I know what to do to try to find him. And I decided right then and there, fuck it. I packed a bag of clothes. I'm in my expedition. I'm down by Tacoma because the Humane Society opens at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning. So this is 2 days after the assault. The police assaulted me Thursday at 3. That's when Monkey ran away. Because I was screaming, let me breathe, just let me get up. Every time I try to just like pull my pacemaker off the ground just so I could catch some air, Detective or Officer Wong shoved my fucking shoulder right back in the ground. Look at that shit. That's bullshit. I was no danger to them at all. I am now, though. That's for sure. And then today, I spent the whole night on the internet trying to find my dog, my husband wakes up all chipper, sleeps soundly just like psychopaths do. Hey, let's get out of here. Let's go. Trying to rush me out of there. I said, what's your plan? I don't even want to be around this guy. He only came back on the 19th. And only because I was scared and destitute. I had no money. And let's go see a movie. I said, I'm trying to find my dog. And then I couldn't find my keys. And he's like just searching for my keys, going through my pockets and my purses. He never does that. It's just so weird behavior. And I'm like, what? Why do you want my keys so bad? I want to go fill up your tank. I said, well, I'm trying to find Monkey now. Leave me the fuck alone. So he leaves. He takes off. He's out there making his little secret phone call. He takes off. And I found the keys. Now, this is a 2-bedroom apartment I lived in for 12 years. I decorated. I got everything. It's full. And I took a bag of clothes and all my paperwork and my 2 remaining dogs and got the fuck out. He calls me. I'm at the library. I was going to print up some flyers on my dog. And he's like, hey, where you at? I said, I'm at the library. I'm going to try to print flyers. Oh, I'm going to come get your keys so I can put gas in your car. And I'm like, huh. Nice try. Nice try, buddy. So he either wanted to put something in my car or take something out of my car. I don't know which. But he's calling me off the hook now. And we are no contact. No contact. Anyway, this is going to be my first post on my Federal Way police brutality lawsuit, which they've already lost a few. They're just brutal. Oh, and just what, in July, we're married 20 years, right? I went to Boeing. I picked up his car. I got a key. I'm on the registration. He used my name for the loan. He reported it stolen. I wanted him to call me so I could take my Yorkie to the vet. No skin issues. He changed his number. He moved. I couldn't serve him restraining order. I couldn't serve him divorce papers. I couldn't serve him anything. His plan was going to stay in hiding. So I went and took the car. My car. I walk out of my house, cops handcuff me, grab my phone and handcuff me. And they go, are you driving that car? I'm like, no, the car's parked. I'm walking out of my house. What the fuck? So this has been ongoing gaslighting, narcissistic abuse. Anyway, I'm not the type of person that's just going to lay down and shut up. I will not shut up. You can't make me shut up. Ritalin can't make me shut up. Right? Oh, that's another thing. St. Francis Hospital tells me my diagnosis was alcohol abuse and methamphetamine use. I said, I was a 1.0 with the alcohol. 2, I take Ritalin. What the fuck? So, I'm going to pick up the records from the hospital. I got my legal advocate is requesting the police reports, which is going to be a bunch of shit about how I was combative. I wanted to breathe. I'll post pics of my bruises next time. Don't let them win. Stand up for yourself. Just because somebody's a doctor or a cop or a dentist, just because they think they're in a position of authority does not mean they are. You are paying for their services. You know what they did for me in the ER? They gave me a Band-Aid and some Neosporin for that. A Band-Aid and Neosporin. And my insurance company is going to pay how much for this visit? I'll be posting that too. And I will be fighting that completely. My husband says, oh, I had to pay $1,000 copay. Lies. You didn't pay shit. I don't have a copay, never did. Works at Boeing. What an asshole. Alright. Keep up the fight, guys.